Hello there, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucretia the Lucrative. So on today's video I want to talk about money and abundance, some of the things that I've learned throughout the years and some of the things that inspired me today and that propelled me to really decide to share this message. In video I came across was a lady who was saying that abundance, if you use and nurture your gifts and talents, you will reap the harvest from them. And so she asked one question and I took a while to answer that question. She said, what is it that you love? What do you love with all your heart? And I mean, obviously I said I love singing with all my heart. I mean, I've been singing since I was young, since I was born basically. And I love designing. As I just took a break now from my design work. I love designing. I love creating. I'm a creator. I love making anything. And so she said, whatever it is that you love, that's something you need to nurture. And when you nurture that thing and you give it off to the world freely, you will reap a harvest. Abundance will automatically come to you through that. As I was ruminating and thinking about it, I felt a question really circling around my mind, my intuition, and it was sort of like God is asking me this question that, oh, the lady also said, if you had 5 minutes with God, what would you ask him? And then she said, and God is saying that you always have 5 minutes with him. Anytime you want 5 minutes with him, you've got 5 minutes with him. And so I had my 5 minutes with God. God, the creator, universe, the higher power, whoever you want to call him. And so I felt in my spirit this question. It was like, okay, Lucrative, what is it that you love? Because your abundance is guaranteed at this point. Your abundance is guaranteed. You right now have two choices. You have to choose one. What is it that you love? Choose one path and stick to it. Do you choose to do what you love, which is to create, to just be a musician, sing to the world freely without expecting anything, design, be an artist, a creator? Or do you choose to do the hustle culture and choose to look for jobs and do courses after courses and do the traditional work thing? Because either way, whatever you choose at this point is gonna work out. Would you rather have something that works out that you hate, and every single day you know this is where your sustenance comes from, and every single day you have to wake up and you dread this thing and you have to do it because that's where your money comes from? Or would you rather feel like you are playing games, you're not working, you're having fun, but money is just coming to you just for existing? And so my choice was easy, right? I choose to do the things that I love every single day. I choose to do this YouTube video because I love sharing. I love helping people. I choose to create clothes and not expect anything out of it, to create beautiful pieces, master arts. I choose to write songs. I choose to be me, you know? And so if you have watched this video today, I believe it's not a mistake. I believe this video came to you at the right time. Right now, I want you to ask yourself, what is it that you love? I don't want you to attach any amount of money or anything or people, what would people say, to that answer. What is it that you love? What do you feel like you could do for free every single day and you would be happy, and any amount of money you receive from doing that would just be a bonus? Ask yourself that. Sit with yourself for 5 minutes and then request 5 minutes with God and say, can I please have 5 minutes of your time? I want to ask you a question. And then you ask him, God, the universe, your ancestors, creator, Holy Spirit, Christ, whoever, you tell them that I choose to do what I love, and this is what I love. And I believe as I'm nurturing this thing and I'm sharing it with the world, my essence and my purpose would be released into the world. I want to ask that as I do that, please release my abundance. I don't want anybody else's abundance, but my abundance to flow upon me. Open up the floodgates of abundance. And I'm talking about abundance in every area of my life. Financial abundance, where I receive real money. Don't even be shy about it. God knows that you need money. Abundance where I receive money. Abundance in my health. Abundance where I receive a proper relationship. Abundance for my children. Every single area of my life. I want you to release abundance as I release my gift to the world. Okay, so that's something I would really advise for you to do for 5 minutes, and then from there on you just get into it and just step into it. If this works out for you, please comment below or send me an email if you'd rather not comment, so I know it works and so that I can disseminate it to the masses. Hey guys, so I thought I was done with the video on abundance and I just returned. There are integral things that I need to say. So if you're watching this video, I know that it is not by mistake, and I know that you are the type of person whose gifts and talents have been attacked. They've either been destiny swapped, they've been locked up somewhere, and you weren't able to use them to achieve abundance for yourself or to stabilize yourself. Or I am stuttering. I need to say these words, so I will say them. Either your gifts and talents were locked up, they were destiny swapped, they were delayed, they were removed from you, they were blocked forcefully. So for me, for instance, I knew from the age of 3-4 that I wanted to be a singer. I wrote my first song when I was 3-4. I believed so much in this song. I believed that music was so powerful that when I sang this song, it called my dad to come back home. I was a daddy's little girl. I'm still a daddy's little girl, and he worked night shift, so I didn't want to go to bed before he came back home, and so I wrote this song. Wewe, wewe, Papa kona uyotaja kapwangwana. And then I would start singing it beautifully, and I would end up screaming. I would stand outside in the dark and I would look at the stars and the moon, if there was a moon, and call out to it like, wewe, Papa kona uyotaja kapwangwana, screaming, and I would repeat it the whole night until I fell asleep. And the next thing when I wake up, my dad is home. So I really believed that my singing was calling my dad to come home. And throughout the years, up until 2002, that's when I had my full voice. I had the most beautiful voice. The people who heard me sing between when I was born up until 2002 know my real voice. 2002, I started singing at church. I was leading our church choir, and a lot of things happened there. The last time I was able to sing, this lady said, after I sang, she said, we could not hear what you were saying. And then I felt something come out of me and it went towards her. It was like boom. And then from that day onwards, I started dreaming about eating glass. I started eating glasses in my dreams, literally taking glass and eating. I started eating hair, taking hair and eating, and my voice was getting damaged. And then I got sick for months and months and months. And then when I got cured, from the flu, just my throat. Something was happening on my throat chakra. Eventually, when I got cured, I couldn't sing anymore. I tried. Every time I sang, I would, like, I lost. There was a frequency that I sang in, and I've had dreams about angels who were singing in that frequency. I've had dreams where I was singing in that frequency somewhere, and all the evil attack just dissipated and disappeared, and everything was restored. So I had this frequency in my voice. I did not need instruments. There was a certain spiritual connection and frequency that I sang at that made my voice float in air. And when it gets into a person, it always did something to them. I was also very good at speaking. It's only now that I'm deciding to build my speaking ability again, opening my throat chakra. I'm wearing is it a lupus lazuli? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a crystal stone that helps with opening up your throat chakra, or just helping you express yourself. You can feel when you wear it, you can feel that your throat chakra, your voice is getting grounded. So I'll leave the name in the description. So I started wearing this in 2004, and I started feeling like I'm building up, right? Well, I'm not a religious person. My spirituality is quite fluid. I was my whole life I was a Christian. Paternal grandfather was a EPCSA preacher or leader, and then my maternal grandfather was a full gospel pastor. So I'm a Christian through and through. I was brought up Christian. I believe in Christ, God. I'm born again and everything. However, I got to a point where I started walking with God one-on-one, and it stopped being about religion and pleasing people, and it started being about spirituality. You know, me and God walking together, doing this life together. And even now I'm doing God's work by sharing this with you. So hence the crystal. And yeah, so anyway, from 2002 until this year 2026, I couldn't speak. I tried so many times to have YouTube videos, to have YouTube channels, and I would freeze out. One video would take me, a 5-minute video would take me the whole day to it's starting again, to edit, so that I could edit out the ums and the mistakes. And I would start, hi, my name is I forgot. Hi, my name is Lucretia, and I was so bad. My throat was taken, my voice was taken. And I believe it's because these people knew that when I spoke, something broke in people's lives. I've also been prophesied upon that wherever I stop, the light of God stops. I'm a curse breaker. Like, God really works through me. So the throat chakra was the most important thing for people to break. And by breaking the throat chakra that was supposed to make me money and give me stability, they were able to delay my finances, my abundance, my stability in life. They destabilized me. I lost my purpose in life. I lost everything about me. I had to move away because now the voice disappointed me. I lost it. I couldn't speak and motivate people. I couldn't sing in that frequency anymore. When I sang, it was just not connecting. It was just fake. It was just, I didn't feel it. It was a struggle. There's no meaning to it. And so I had to find other careers just to help me manage in life. I had to study fashion design, which I appreciate. Now I can create clothes and do beautiful things. I studied biochemistry and physiology, which I'll never use. Disability studies. I'm currently doing my master's in disability studies. None of those parts worked out for me because God never provisioned them for me. I would find work. I wouldn't last at work because my protection and blessings were not there. I was a nursing student, the top performing student at a Netcare hospital. And one day I was going to work and I was hit by a car. and then I stayed home. And then when I went back to work, the taxi I was in was hit by a truck. And then that's when I knew it's not my path. I don't have protection. I'm gonna die, and I left, right? And so I've also been a assistant fashion buyer. I've worked here, I've worked there, but things didn't work out because God's protection was not present for me there. God never wanted me to be there, but I had to be there because I lost my voice. I cannot speak, I cannot sing, I cannot make money through my purpose. And so all those years until this year, I've been grasping, doing this. I can code, I can fix computers. I've been a freelancer, earning in like working for a US company. I've done gig economy. I've done so much. I've sold, I've done network marketing. I've done everything just to help me balance out my finances, because I cannot live without finances, right? And I've also had family support, which was really helpful. And also my hubby right now, he's been supporting, he's been absolutely wonderful. But I'm still an independent person. I'm still that person, ambitious, who wants to achieve finances by myself. And so I'm telling you this just to show you how when people lock up your destiny, your purpose, it can derail you for many years, and you will find yourself applying for jobs, working here and there, but nothing seems to work out for you because God, the universe, your ancestors, spirit, the creator, your divine higher self never provisioned for you to be in those places. Just a side thought. Have you seen some people who tend to just succeed at anything? Like someone could start selling tomatoes and they will actually buy a car from just selling tomatoes. They stand by the robot, they sell tomatoes, the whole community supports them. Then they show one tomato on TikTok, everyone suddenly on TikTok, they have million viewers wanting their tomatoes. Then they get sponsored by farms, tomato farms, and then they're blowing up. That's because they are doing what they were provisioned for. They are on their lane. They are not trying to grasp just because there's a AI trend, for example, and everybody's doing an AI course doesn't mean you need to run and do an AI course as well and then get a job and then you'll be settled. No, if you are watching this video, you are a particular person who God will not allow to go and just do something randomly. There are people who are supposed to do something big for God, and by going and learning how to design websites, you might not even use it, but someone else who was in the same class as you might, even before graduating, they might get a job and work for Google. And I mean, I'm saying Google as an example because I was also a Google ambassador for UNISA while I was studying BSc in physiology and biochem. Some of my fellow ambassadors have went on to work for Google. They went to Dublin, they've done great things, but that opportunity never showed up for me. I was invisible. I also did what should I call it, sort of like ambassadorship and training for the UN, for UNITA, and we went to Kenya and everything, and some of the people who were there have projects today, and me, nil, because that was not for me. My provision is in music and in speaking. And when my throat chakra is locked up, destiny swapped, bewitched, I cannot access my abundance. That's why I started the video by saying that you nurture your gifts, nurture, protect, and grow your gifts, and you will reap your harvest from them. If you are trying to nurture other people's gifts and stuff, you will not see harvest. You will keep working and working and working. You will not see harvest. There's this girl in England. Her name is Amo. During 2020, she had a hairline problem, so she decided to mix up things at home, mix up products, and then her hairline grew back. So people, her community, her neighbors, her friends started buying, asking for the product. She made them and then she sold them. Within a year, she had made over 1 million pounds. Over 1 million pounds. And £1 is around, you multiply it by 21, 22, or 23, 24, depending on how the rand is doing. So let's take 21. So take 1 million times 21. She did that in 1 year. People in England were buying her products. She grew such a huge business. Today she sold the business for so many millions because she did something that was in her lane, that was her calling, that was in line with what she came here for. So what I'm trying to say to you is, it's not about the big idea that you come up with. It's not about who's the first to get into a trend such as AI trend or coding trend or cybersecurity or whatever. It's not about that. It's about, are you aligned? Have you looked at what your gift is? And have you looked if your gift is locked up, stolen, swapped, or if it's still there presently with you or not? If it's stolen, swapped, locked up, it doesn't matter what you do. You might as well sit down. I'm not saying quit your job. Don't quit your job. But you need to sit down and say, God, show me what's going on here. I'm not happy. If you have a job and you're pretty successful at your job, or you just don't like it and nobody likes you, or people love you but you just feel empty, you feel like there's something else you need to be doing with your life, and you know you have a talent and a gift, that's the one. If you want abundance the way I want abundance, because me, I don't want just the 50,000 per month job. I'm not made for that. I'm a breathe in, breathe out, it's 1 million. That's who I am. Ambitious to the core. Like, I want it all back. I know what my life was supposed to be and I want it all back. And so if you feel like that, I don't want you to quit your job. That would be very unwise and silly, honestly. But I want you to sit down with God, your ancestors, the universe, the creator, force, source, whoever, Holy Spirit, Christ, divine self, whoever, whatever you call it, sit down and say, what's going on? And that will be revealed to you, I promise you. And I mean, everything was revealed to me. I know who did it. I know how they did it. Recently, we had the full moon in Leo. It was the 1st of February. We had a full moon in Leo. And I didn't know what that meant, right? But someone sent me a message saying they noticed that in their lives, every time there's a full moon, something bad happened. And then I realized that, oh, you know what? The past, in January, when we had, I think we had a full moon in January or something like that, I fell into a sadness. But because I used to suffer from depression, but I'm free from depression now. I did my exercises and I overcame it immediately. But I knew it was an attack. And then fine, now in February, there's a full moon. Something strange happened. There's a rat that used to walk around on the ceiling at night. It would, like, every night. It died. It died just before the 1st of February. And the 1st of February, it was reeking, it was smelly. And then the following day, the person that God revealed that was they were involved in this, they came to my place. They came to my place unannounced. And then when they left, the following day, there was a rat in the house. We killed it. And then the same night, there was another rat moving around in the ceiling. It only moves around in my room, doesn't move around anywhere else. And so God said to me, don't worry about it. They're just stretching. They've lost. What's happening now is that they are trying and doing everything to renew, because the full moon, that's when people renew their cases, the contracts. They take you back. And so this time she cannot take me back because I know what's happening. God revealed the power of the full moon to me. And he said, don't worry about it. You protect it. Nothing's going to happen. And so they can try, she can try to renew, but the rats can walk around, but nothing's going to happen to me. Here I am. I'm speaking. My voice is open. My throat chakra is open. You guys don't know how big this moment is. I couldn't string together a sentence. I couldn't speak. I couldn't sing. And here I am. I'm speaking. I'm not pausing the video. I don't want to pause my videos anymore because I want you guys to really see what God can do. And I'm really crying now. I'm tearing up. Please hear my heart. Please hear this word. Please know that if things aren't working out for you, you are unemployed, or you're working in a job that you hate, or you hate it at work, you're just suffering, and you know there's something else for you out there. Know that possibly your gift has been stolen, diverted, locked up by people close to you, very close to you. And if you can work with God, your ancestors, the universe, to set that gift free, nurture it, and start using it, you will reap the harvest from it. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop you. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. I had to extend this video. Lucretia, the lucrative, signing out.